What did we do today, Jeffrey?
1-4 and 1-5 adding and subtracting integers.
And what can we now do even better than before, Nicolette?
Add and subtract integers.
How many of you feel like you can not only do it better, but you know why you're doing what you're doing when you're adding and subtracting integers? Awesome. Everyone's raising their hand, by the way. So here are the rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are essential, and I would say you're going to lose the most points if you don't do this. If you have two signs together, it's an automatic rewrite, period. No questions asked. Any homework assignment that I ever give you, it's a rewrite. Okay? And then what is the rewrite going to be? Well, if you see two positives, which you probably never will, you change it to a positive. If you see a positive and a negative, which you will probably see a lot, you change it to a negative. When you see a negative and a positive, which you probably won't see much or ever, you change it to a negative. And when you have two negatives, contrary to what your parents say, two negatives do make a positive in math, right? And then this was our big takeaway. Same operations, positive, different operations, negative. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Love. Here is your practice. Here is your practice. Number 6, number 7, wonderful. Number 8, it gets tricky. Now we have two consecutive operations. We change it to a plus. I am pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, could not tell me why -2 minus -6 is 4. Now I bet a lot of you can tell me why -2 minus -6 is 4. Because I want to quickly explain that really loud so the microphone can pick you up. Why is -2 minus -6 positive 4? Don't tell me about changing signs either. I want the actual explanation. You got to do it loud. Anna, go.
Because the difference between -2 and -6 is 4.
Awesome. So what Anna just said, if the microphone didn't pick it up, is the difference between a -2 and a -6 is 4. Because we are actually looking for the difference between -2 and -6. I'm going to do that one more time because I think it's really important. We're actually looking for the difference, which is what a negative is, or subtraction, right? We're looking for the difference between this integer and this integer, right? And Anna, you're going to agree with me, I bet. If this is -2 on a number line, and this is -6 on a number line, what is the distance between -2 and -6? 4. The distance would be 4, no matter which way you go. If you go this way, the difference is 4. If you go this way, the difference between the two is 4. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So that's really what your cheat sheet idea is saying. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, we're adding. Adding means you're tacking on. Sometimes you tack on positives, sometimes you tack on negatives. And if you're tacking on a negative, if you tack on a negative, you're doing what, guys? If you tack on a negative, you are? If you tack on a negative, you're subtracting, right? Okay, so in this case right here, are we tacking on a negative? Hello? Are we tacking on a negative?
Yeah.
Yes, we're tacking on a negative. And then number 11 is just your word problem that you can read, which I think sums it all up perfectly, going from a diving board to the bottom of the pool.